Right. Well, welcome to our Monday night team call. Guys, I just have to tell you, I can remember when this call was me and two other people, and that was it. And I can remember when we first left, not left, but broke out and started our own team call because I was determined. I was like, we are going to raise up leaders. I'm stepping up as leader. We're going to have other people step up. I'm like, I can see it now when this call is going to be packed full of people. And y'all, I mean, we have grown so much over last summer when we started our own team call back in June was when we started it. So just want to let you know how thankful I am for each of you. And if you ever feeling like, I don't know if people are going to catch the vision with me, they will. You keep sharing it. You keep sharing with people what's possible with Plexus, what it can do for them. And y'all, you will find like-minded people. You will find the people who want this like you do. I promise you are out there. You don't have to drag anybody. You do not have to do this alone. There are people that are waiting for you to reach out to them, to share with them. So y'all keep doing the things because people need you to show up. Okay, so we love to start off our team calls with some shout outs. So we've had so many people adding new people, upgrading a brand ambassador lately. So I want to shout out people who've been adding for this month: Vicky, Dawn, Michelle, Marley, Kelly, Keisha, Elena, Diane, and Alyssa. So shout out to y'all. Quite a few of you are on this call. And then I need to bring up really quick who I know Casey's had a couple people upgrade a brand ambassador, which is so exciting, and start using the referral links. And my computer's going a little slow. I guess we have one upgraded to brand ambassador so far. We should have two. We were having some issue with Diane under Annie getting referred to a brand ambassador for this month. Michelle, who's on this call, just upgraded to brand ambassador last month. Kelly is a brand new brand ambassador under Casey. And if I'm missing anybody, let me know. Oh, okay, Michelle, if you see it, if you're on your phone, are you on your phone? I think if you're on your phone, you swipe over and you can see the video. Or if you're on a computer, at the very bottom, it says stop or start video. It's like the very bottom. If you move if you hover over where it says mute and stop video, you should see it. So tonight we actually have something really special. Oh, and I see Rebecca is hopping on too. I think this might be she just started the business this month too. So welcome. All right, y'all. We have a really special guest sharing with us tonight. So Meredith started the products last summer, if I'm correct. And then in the fall, we started talking about the business, slowly kind of having a conversation. Meredith and I met through a mutual friend here in Durham because when I was starting to homeschool, she was about to start homeschooling. And so a friend introduced us. Our boys are about the same age, and we became friends. And then I was at a birthday party with her once, and we were somehow talking about a job. She had been teaching online and they were closing. And I was so nervous. I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to mention Plexus to her right now. And so I think I really awkwardly brought up the Plexus business to her. And then, we kind of chatted a little bit about products, about business, here and there a little bit. And then she got started, and look at her now. So I was like, Meredith, will you please come and just share your product testimony and your business story? What made you inspired to actually start the business? I think for me, I know hearing from people that have recently gotten started, and then also for them, what kind of made them decide to actually start is super inspiring because we can see it for other people then. So Meredith, hand it over to you, girlfriend.
Okay, hey everybody. Like Sarah said, sorry, by the way, it's kind of dark. I'm sitting in my car. But I was like, hey, I'll do my video for a few minutes. But like Sarah said, I am a homeschool mom of three, and after having my third kid, I just was having a bunch of issues like GI issues and headaches, and I was dependent on caffeine, and I just had all these sugar cravings, and I just assumed it was like a typical mom thing, right? We focus on our kids so much, we don't take care to focus on ourselves or really put effort into our health. And so it was last summer, Sarah had been posting about the reset, and I was like, I'm really interested to try that. I need to do something to take care of myself. And so I got her to send me a cart link over. I ordered the reset. And on the third day, I was like, I am sold on this gut health thing. At that point, I really didn't know much about gut health or the benefits of it. And I didn't realize all these symptoms I'd been having for so long were issues with my gut. And so after I did the reset, I ordered the triplex and I was loving it. I was loving how I was feeling. I was having no more sugar cravings, no dependency on caffeine anymore, and just feeling really, really good overall. And Sarah was like, Meredith, have you thought about doing the business? And I just was like, nope. I've tried other MLMs before. Like, I am not good at network marketing. Like, this just isn't for me right now. But like we talk about on our team, like, God has a plan for everything, and we just have to kind of trust in his timing. And after a few months of being on the products, I was like, okay, maybe this could be for me. I'm going to give it a shot. And so Sarah called me and we had like the big, what's it called, like vision casting call, I guess. And that was when I was like, okay, I can do this. Like I can make this work. Because like Sarah had said, in the little intro, my online teaching was ending. And so I really needed to have something to help provide for my family. And so I signed up for the business. I think it was September is when we had our call. Sarah, I don't remember. And then I started posting about it and people were really interested. And I like the momentum just kept building because, and it's all about belief, if you believe that you can do it and all of that good stuff that Sarah talks about on these calls, your mindset. So that was what really got me interested in the business, was just knowing like I can have an income and I can help provide for my family. So yeah, um, I think every month I've had like tiny bit of growth in my points, but I know that I'll get to the level that I want to get to, and I know that it's all gonna work out. But yeah, that's kind of my story so far. And I don't know, is that all? Is that all you want me to share, Sarah?
I love that, Meredith. And I just want to say, I know sometimes we're like, we see, like when you said, you're trying to get a growth is huge every single month. Like Meredith has been growing her business, and that's amazing. If, we can compare sometimes to other people down the road. We're like, oh my goodness, look at them. But like you having growth every month is absolutely incredible. And so, um, I've been so proud of you. I was so excited when Meredith started because you meet people and you see qualities in people. And Meredith is so sweet and very loving. And when you talk with her, she's like very intentional when she talks with you. And she's a homeschool mom. And I'm like, bring me all the homeschool moms because you have to work really hard as a homeschool mom. So I
Yes.
was like, okay, I know she works hard. No, but just has like very, very relational. And I really love that about Meredith. And I was like, oh, I would love to do that with her. And so when you meet people and you think, oh man, there are people I might want to hang out with some more, kind of invite them to do this business with you because you get to hang out way more and talk way more. And that's so fun. Meredith, can you talk just a little bit, just the difference from, you said like, past MLM experience with other companies that didn't work for me before. What have you seen that's different with Plexus, or has been more belief building that you're like, okay, I can do it with Plexus?
Honestly, the leadership, like coming in with you, Sarah, has been so helpful because you've been right there from the beginning, like, encouraging and training and
I
leading.
paid you to
So
say that.
okay, what you gonna pay me? No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, like Sarah has been a huge support, and like just knowing that she believes in me has been what's helped me to want to continue even in the months where it's like tiny bit of growth. I'm like, Sarah believes in me, she knows I can do this, I can do this. But then also just like the testimonies that we have, the help testimonies that people share in the groups, like you don't get that with other products, or I mean other things that you try to sell. If people don't see it's actually making a difference in someone's health and their wellness, then they're not going to want to buy your product necessarily. But with Plexus, I mean, we know that our products work, and we know that so many people that they've helped with so many different issues. And so I feel like we just have a really good company and a really good products that actually work. And then we have an awesome team and awesome leadership from Sarah. So
I love that, Meredith. Thank you for sharing that. And I appreciate that so much. Sometimes it's hard to take compliments, but thank you. I appreciate that a lot. That means a lot to me.
yeah.
Okay, one last question for you. Can you just talk about, besides like the financial aspect of Plexus, what are the other things that you've enjoyed about the business side,
I
or that
really
like draw you
enjoyed,
to it?
oh, sorry, like meeting all the people. Like the first Plexus event, I guess, that I went to was Super Saturday. Is that what it was called?
Hmm.
Back in February, January. And that was just fun meeting other local women who, have the same heart for business, the same heart for people and helping people. And so the community has been a really big draw also because as a stay-at-home mom, I'm with my kids all day. So like having the conversations with other women in our group has just been like really uplifting and really encouraging. So that was another reason that I was drawn to the company was because of the community.
I love that. Thank you so much, Meredith, for sharing. Y'all, if you could just put in the chat to shout out Meredith. Was this your first time sharing on a team call?
Yes, it was. And like one of my first times doing the video too. Usually I'm like, nobody's seeing me. It's 8:30. I'm not having my video on. But yeah.
Well, I love that. Double like big night then for you then. Well, if y'all could just shout out Meredith, because I know that's like a big deal, your first time sharing on Zoom. And so when I asked Meredith today, I was voice messaging her and the message came through and she's like, I just saw your message. Yes, I will. If she didn't even hesitate, she was like, yes, I'm gonna do it. So thanks for sharing, Meredith. Okay, so Dawn might be hopping on in a little bit. I don't think the iPhone is Dawn Swam. I don't know if she's on. She had baseball today and was coming on a little bit late. Um, but if she's able to hop on, she's going to share a couple tips on recruitment. I mean, on retention. But if not, there's a couple other things that I wanted to touch on really quick. And kind of what we've already been talking about tonight was just how different this opportunity is unlike anything else. You think about someone who wants to be a doctor or something that you can make six figures in a year. I mean, man, there's some people in Plexus that make six figures a month, but a lot of times you have to have a certain kind of background. You need to have, definitely some kind of special training. I mean, I think about the people that go to medical school, just the money that they invest into build that kind of, to then have that kind of income or that kind of um, lifestyle for their family. And with Plexus, like it's for anyone. I mean, it kind of really is like the American dream that way, where truly anyone can come in. It does not matter your background. It does not matter your age. It does not matter if you're married, divorced, anything in between. Like it does not matter. You can come in here. It is all skills that you can learn. It's mindset, and it's for anyone. I mean, last month we saw someone who's 71 hit the rank of Emerald, which is the first jewel rank where you make six figures, get a Lexus, earn a trip to Hawaii. And then last year at convention they had a guy, I think he was like 19, and he's Sapphire with Plexus. So I mean, there's just like everything in between, and it's for anyone. And so I just want to encourage you when you guys are going out, when you're waking up in the morning, getting your Plexus work time in and sharing with people that I know sometimes we can get in our head and think about, oh, what are they going to think about me? Or, they're not going to be interested because X, Y, and Z. But really just focusing on like, oh my goodness, this opportunity is absolutely incredible. The products are amazing. The business opportunity is amazing. Like, who might need to hear this today? Who might need to be blessed by this today? And just kind of separating what we think they might say or what we think they might be thinking, and just go at it with open arms of like, you know what? I want to share this with you because this could bless you and your family. I think I've shared this before, but one of my favorite people to think about or couples is Brooke and Thomas Hemingway. They're both diamonds with Plexus, but he's an ER doctor. She was a nurse and a fitness instructor, and they just look super healthy. They like surf all the time, and they're just this healthy, beautiful couple and successful. And I'm like, man, I probably would not have, I wouldn't think to reach out to them because I would think, oh, you're already healthy, you're already successful. But they had so much stuff going on in their life that they wanted a different lifestyle, but they didn't have a opportunity for it. And network marketing with and Plexus provides people when they have a dream, they have a vision, they have a way that they want to use their gifts, but they just don't have the opportunity to actually make that true, make that a reality. And that's what Plexus provides. And so there's so much going on in people's lives that we have no idea of what's really happening. And so I just want to encourage y'all, when those people come to your mind that you're like, oh, maybe I should reach out to them, to do the scary thing and go reach out to them. If God puts them on your heart, I know some of us on the team will say it's a God thing or a God wink. And, take that to heart and go reach out to that person. You just never know what they might be going through and how much they might need this and what a blessing this could be for their life. And if they say no, just think about your own story. How many of us said no at first, or we're like, not for me. And look at us now, right? So I just want to encourage you guys with that. And the last thing I want to encourage y'all with, if you have a VIP that maybe you've been sharing the business side with, or seeing if they want to share the referral link and they are not wanting to share, I just want to encourage y'all, do not stress about that. Just love them where they're at. So many people, once they fall in love with the products, they can totally 100% become open to the products. There are a ton of diamonds in the company that will tell you they had no interest in the business, but they fell in love with the products. And then here they are now now they're at the top of the company. But if you've got people that maybe you're like kind of dripping on, you're sharing a couple things with them about it and they're just not open, that's okay. Just love them where they're at. And that's also one of the things I love about reaching out on the business side is that if they say no to the business, then I can always switch to products. Say like, well, hey, no worries, this might not be for you or not, but any thoughts on hearing more about the product side? Maybe that would be a really blessing for you. Have you ever considered gut health for you? But just knowing that when you bring someone on the business, the conversation looks a little bit different. And helping them getting started on the business might look a little bit different because they've started for that. And there can be less of that tug of like, oh, I'm trying to get this VIP to do the business side where maybe they just wanted the products. So loving where them are at, always, letting them know what's available. And knowing that sometimes people just need a little bit more time. So, okay, guys, I want to open this up for our last few minutes. I would love to hear what are some of your wins that you guys have seen so far this month. Some things that you've done out of your comfort zone. Let's hear some wins.
So I think for me, it's been really like diving deeper into like customer care, and like learning how to, because I feel like up until this point, I haven't had like too many, I don't want to say like, issues with people, but like having like detox or whatnot, but just kind of like learning how to respond to different things that people come up, or bring up. So, I mean, I feel like that maybe that's more of like a growth thing rather than a win, but I don't know, that's definitely been helpful for me this month.
I love that, Alyssa. And honestly, I feel like when you do go through maybe like a hard conversation with someone, it builds your confidence too. Because you're like, oh, okay. So, I mean, I really do think it is a win though, because you know that at some point there's going to be something that happens that might be not an ideal situation. And like, okay, I worked through this. I grew from it. I'm alive still. I mean, I know for me, I do not like confrontation. So I'm like, okay, I lived through it. But you grow through it and you're like, okay, it'll be so. I love that. Thanks for sharing that, Alyssa.
So I will put on my video while I chat, even though, oh my gosh, it looks so bad.
Girl, you look beautiful. Share the video. Love it.
Thanks. I just started the collagen and glow, so I'm really hoping it'll help me soon. No, but one thing that I have been very bold with lately with my welcome chats is I've always kind of asked the question of, once you fall in love with these, will you be open to share? But recently, after they say, oh, maybe yada yada yada, I have been asking, as Sarah has taught us, to be bold enough to be like, okay, so are you open to putting out a post? And so the first time I asked that, it was like, please say yes. But when and they did, and so I helped them with the post. And then today I had another welcome chat, and I was more bold with it and more confident with it. And she said yes, and she already has me in a three-way chat. And so, like, I feel like that is a big win for me, is asking people to put those posts, not waiting until they see results, but being bold enough at the very beginning, before they are even on the products, to put out a post about just starting. I'm trying to think. There was something else I was going to say. I can't remember. Anyway, we'll end with that. So that's one of my big bold things that I've been doing this week.
I love that, Casey. And I love, like, even just going off with what Alyssa just said, just to normalize that when you first try something, it's normal to be like, hey, to not, maybe your voice feels a little shaky. You don't feel like you totally got it. Like that is normal. You have to be willing to be bad at something to get good at it. And so I loved it, even just you explaining, Casey, like the difference of your two calls, like, and how you grew confidence. And that's how you grow your confidence, is by doing it more and taking more actions. And, I remember when I first started Plexus, sending out messages and talking to people about the products, I was like, oh my goodness, like my whole body would feel filled with anxiety. And now that doesn't fill me with anxiety at all, because I've done it so much more. I've built my confidence in it. But at first it felt really scary. Thanks for sharing. Who else? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, off of what Casey was saying, because I remember bringing it up to you, Sarah, the first time I did that, like asked someone to post, like I just like rambled and like definitely talked too much. So I was the same way.
Well, I'm so glad that you're also growing in your confidence with that. I was too. Okay, Michelle, I just saw your post, and I need to connect you with Annie, because I think she's flying out of Peoria too. So I need to connect the two of you, because I think you'd both fly out of the same airport.
So to piggyback on what Alyssa said, and then to piggyback, Sarah, on what you said, the one thing that you have definitely taught us is you have to be comfortable with being bad before you get good at something. And so I think that that's something that I am still learning. Like I try to be comfortable with being bad at something, but that's the only way that you grow. So just adding that too.
It's so true. That's so true. It is the only way that you grow. And then at the end of the day, it's a win, because you're like, okay, well, I grew and I got better at it.
8:53 p.m.
Anyone else have a win they want to share? Well, I'm gonna
Dawn, hold on. Dawn
go ahead.
Stevens has a win. If she wants to pipe up, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw her out right now.
Dawn, let's hear it. You can either unmute or put it in the chat if you want. She might be typing. Well, I'm gonna shout out Michelle. Michelle did the Silver and Six challenge the first week and rocked it. She's done videos and posts showing her face and just doing such a great job. She got another sign up this week and is on her way to Fast Start Silver. And then I'm also going to shout out Rebecca, because we just did her launch event and she's had quite a few people interested, reaching out to some scary people and doing things out of her comfort zone. And so just want to shout both of y'all out, because I know y'all both just got started and doing the scary things for sure. All right, y'all. Well, Dawn, if you're able to put it in our team chat later, your win. We would all. Oh, wait, did I miss it? Oh, Dawn said, "What's my win?" Is it her new VIP? I bet so. All right, y'all. Well, listen, Dawn, I just see you hopping on. We're gonna table yours for next week. If anyone wants to stay on, we're just gonna pray for a few minutes. So if anyone has a prayer request or a praise, we're gonna stay on and pray. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording. But if anyone wants to stay on to pray, we always like pray for our business, pray for Plexus, and then for each other.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Dawn. So thanks for hopping on, y'all.
Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna find the stop record button if I can find it. There we go.